Hey guys, what's up? Dipping on some skoal long cut, wintergreen, and I want to talk to you about wrestling. And now you're like, wrestling? What are you, queer? If you think wrestling's gay, fuck you, because I've been doing it ever since I was 4 years old. I cage fight now, but let's get into the wrestling and all that. And then I'll get hit onto the cage fight in a little bit. Wrestling, guys, there's no really explanation for why you should think it's gay. Like, a lot of people that I see that would make excellent wrestlers are like, oh, I don't want to do that, it's gay. I don't want to wear them tights. I don't want to, grab people and all that. Guys, wrestling is the most manliest sport, and it is the sport with the most injuries. I bullshit you not. I'll get into injuries and shit like that here in a minute. But, information. Why do we use a lanyard? Tight clothes. The tights. Keep our junk from getting ripped off. That is all that's for. It really is. It's for protecting your genitals and protecting your ass. That is all that is for. What it does is, there's moves to where you gotta put your hand on their ass, but then again, you're like, oh, that's gay. This move, you put your arm around them, they're going to be facing down like this, you grab them up on their ass and sling them around. That right there, that's a badass move. But the reason for them tights is to keep their fingers from going up your butt. That's seriously what them for. Keep your junk from getting ripped off and all that. So yeah, think that tights are gay? That's protective right there. It is illegal to wear a cup in wrestling. If you did not know that. Why is it illegal to wear a cup? Because it can hurt you more than what it can hurt you more. I've seen people get hurt from wearing cups, and that's why it's illegal now. Haven't wrestled in 2 years. Think about wrestling this year. The ear protectors, earmuffs, so what a lot of people call them. We call them muffs. We don't even call them earmuffs. We just call them muffs. We refer to them to muffs. Those right there to keep your ears from getting ripped off. That's all them do. But they can cut you up real bad, so I don't use them. But you gotta watch how your ears can get ripped off. Your ear is pretty easy to rip off. Someone can grab you by the ear and jerk down and rip your ear off. It is pretty easy too. But getting into it, injuries. Like I said, wrestling has the most injuries of any sport. I've played football. I've played rugby. Rugby is a badass sport. I've played rugby, soccer, baseball, all of it. Basketball. Out of all of them. Even, cage fighting. There's still more cage fighting than wrestling. There's some athletic injuries in them. Number one injury in wrestling is a pulled joint. You want to know why? Every time you wrestle, you pull one of your joints. And you just don't pull one, you pull multiple. Your hands, your wrist, elbows, shoulders, knees, even your hips can all be pulled out of place in a matter of seconds. Your feet, you name it, it can be pulled out. Your back, number one area for getting that can ruin you in wrestling. Your back, disc crack, spinal disalignment, you name it. Anything that can go wrong with your back, scoliosis, number one. When you're dealing with back injury and you relate it to wrestling, number one thing they do is check you for scoliosis, and it's pretty bad. It can get pretty bad. My back, as long as I don't get any operations on it, surgeries, whatever on my back, it will never be aligned. Ever. It is permanently shifted like this because of me wrestling at an early age. You know, most people's backs are like this, mine is like this. It's like bowed to the side, and it does hurt. My back constantly hurts. There's never a day in my life, never a moment in my life, my back does not cause me trouble. Some of the benefits from wrestling. You're a football player, I just don't encourage you. I strongly suggest, if you play football, go wrestle. Reason being, guys, that right there will make you a man. Wrestling, body wise, it gets you used to anything. The conditioning for wrestling, our conditioning, 30 minutes long, and it would make a Marine cry. The reason why I say that is because our coach is an ex-Marine. One of our coaches is an ex-Marine. My personal trainer for cage fighting is an ex-Marine. But yeah, I'm used to that shit. Why? Like, also in the benefits, scholarships in wrestling. You don't hear many people getting scholarship. You want to know why? Because they don't offer a half-ass scholarship. They only offer, well, they do offer the, half term or pay for books and all that, but they very rarely give them. The scholarships that you get for wrestling, it's a full ride scholarship. LSU, VMI, Virginia Tech, Ohio State, Tennessee, Georgia. I can go on. So yeah, and your chances of getting a scholarship in wrestling are high too. They really are. You just don't hear much from it, but your chances of getting a scholarship are pretty high, because even middle school level wrestling is when recruiting starts. It's when they say, hey, I'm watching this kid. If he improves, I'm taking him. He's getting that scholarship. That's how it worked. I've already got a scholarship myself. Being watched on my way to getting a scholarship from wrestling and cage fighting. I have a chance of getting a scholarship to Radford University in cage fighting. And boy, I would love to get that scholarship, because this is a full ride scholarship. Completely full ride. Now, one thing that really pains me about wrestling is people are scared to do it. I'm scared to do it. You're like, what? My back is so bad that I'm scared. Like football, I'm scared to play football. I'm scared to play wrestling or wrestle. I'm scared to cage fight. You got to do it though, but because one kick to my back could ruin my back. One hard hit in football ruin my back. One slip up, one barnyard in wrestling, my back will be destroyed. Wrestling can kill you. It really can. 7th grade, that would be this year, last year, 8th grade. 4 years ago, I had the Virginia state title for junior wrestler. That's a high honor. And I had that up until 2 years ago when a boy from Grundy beat me out. And I didn't even wrestle. I wasn't even there to defend my claim. So, yeah. Wrestling is a livelihood. It's a way of life. Everything I do, you know, from the way I sleep to the way I eat to the way I do work to the way I lift weights to the way I walk to the way I bathe, I've all learned from wrestling, because you gotta sleep right, you've got to eat right, you gotta walk with a proper stance, you have to bathe in a way that isn't gonna pull your muscles. You can pull a muscle while bathing. Lifting weights, you gotta be careful. That's a God-given right there. You gotta be careful lifting weights, no matter whatever you're lifting weights for. You gotta be careful with. Even to the way I get chiropractic. I go to the chiropractor pretty often. I have a special plan out from where I wrestled. I still do that plan, and it helps a lot. But no matter how many times I go to the chiropractor, I'm still going to have a bad back. There's my chiropractor, my doctors, they have all told me, Aaron, you need to get surgery on your back. You need severe surgery on your back. It's kind of scary when you're having that many sources tell you need to get. I even had a doctor even try to take me straight into surgery for my back. And you're like, why don't you do it? I ain't got the money. Back surgery is pretty fucking expensive, and I ain't got the money to do it. So until I get the money, I need a knee replacement in my right knee. I need a bolt in my left knee. I ain't got the money to do it. I need a complete surgery realignment of my back, because the chiropractor can't fix it all. Really can't. He can only fix it so little, but it ain't going to be a permanent fix. You're going to have to go back and back and back until your body gets used and say, yeah. But for me, I've been going to the chiropractor for 3 years now. First time I went there, he told me I needed surgery. He's still telling me I need surgery. So guys, I'm going to end this video. I encourage y'all to go wrestle. It really is. It's a fun sport. You get to travel a lot. And maybe you may get to your state championship. I mean, it's a real fun sport. But I'll see y'all. And I'll see y'all. Keep dipping, keep spitting, stay healthy. I'll see y'all.